front office out here winning. It's a good May for the San Francisco 49ers. Let's talk about it.
Turn it up, Jado.
And what's going on, everyone who is out there right now? Terra Dome live and in living color. It is noon. It is a little bit past noon. I got 12:07 on my Mickey. Today's date being 5/20. Happy belated birthday to my sisters. They were May the 18th. And all of the people who have birthdays in May, it seems like May is just made of birthdays. I got to count back and see, what in the world 9 months was going on. I think 9 months, April. Busy February around Valentine's Day. It must have been for a lot of folks. Amen. Amen. I'm the Terra Dome. I'm going to talk a little bit today about a few hot topics. Y'all might have caught me live in living color. When was it? Thursday? Or Friday. I think it was Thursday. I think it was Friday. On the docket today, the big one. Fred Warner, ladies and gentlemen. Fred Warner. We're going to talk about some Brock, our kickers. We got kickers in the house. We've signed kickers. A new kicker named Greg Joseph. Kickers, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks and Pacers. There's also I could have threw Wolves in there against OKC, but Knicks and Pacers got it's a nostalgic thing for me, and I'll explain a little later. And what in the world going on with Angel and Caitlin? Lord Jesus, Angel and Caitlin. Let me get started right now. Shouting out Historic Stoic in the building. What's going on? Hello, Dome and Golden Domers. Hello, Historic Stoic. What's going on, man? How you be? How you feel? He's first one I see up in here on the chat. As you see, I still have the feed up, the banner up. Fred Warner agreement is done. 3 years, $63 million with 56 million guaranteed. That is, man, that's a stat. It's room. And I got to shout out my front office. Where's my applause on this thing? Hit the applause for the front office. One more, ladies. Give me one more. Front office doing it this year. Front office is doing it, man. A show, I think it was maybe a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I posed a question, and I was on with my man Wolfie, who's got a doctor's appointment today. Wolfie can't be here today, but I posed the question: how can we get better now? What can we do? How can this organization get better? We've had free agency, which a bit disappointing, because I really wanted to do something with the offensive line, particularly that of the center, our center there, Brendel. I was hoping we would get Dahlman from the Atlanta Falcons, and that came and passed. We had the NFL draft back last few days of April, and I thought we picked very, very well. Well, let me even back up. We had gotten our defensive coordinator, a true defensive coordinator, that in being Robert Saleh, and we went and got Boyer as a special teams coach. These were things I had identified last year. I was trying to get rid of Snyder, and if y'all were following me, I was trying to get rid of Snyder at the bye week last year, and it wasn't a fan of Sorensen at all. But what's up, Kylie Young in the building? What's good, fam? He's good. DJ Malone. DJ, please pick. That's a sweet avatar there, man. That looked real nice there. That's very graphic. Did you draw that, or you just came on up with that? And I'll engage targets as they appear. But I posed a question the week, 2 weeks ago. How can we just get better? And we were discussing ad nauseum. Let's just get the dang on contracts and the money and stuff done early. Can we do that for once in my life? You know what I mean? and we used to, but it feels some kind of way when it just hadn't happened last year. And you're going into contract disputes and hold ins and hold outs, and I ain't coming to practice. I don't like my deal. I want to tear my deal up. I want to do this. I want to do that. And believe me, everybody deserves their money. And these are some of the tactics you have to employ to negotiate. It is just the cost of doing business. This is what happens with every NFL player, particularly that coming up on the second or third contract. It happens all the time. And all they have really at their disposal is the holdout. But it causes a ripple effect in the fact that, your player isn't here. The team camaraderie is feeling some kind of way. It's incomplete. So you're not getting the most pristine reps, or you're not getting good looks because a starter isn't here. And the guy that's in there probably isn't to the level of your start. He shouldn't be, isn't to the level of your starter that was there before him. So he's getting what's called empty calories. He knows that, I'm not as good as so-and-so, but I'm in here. And when he comes back, he's going to bump me on out. So you're just wasting time and you're spinning your wheels. So it is essential that when you're about to embark on an endeavor, say for all you Navy folks out there, you get all of your stuff squared away first, and then they go on those 6 months rotation, out in the middle of nowhere, just sailing and getting everything, because you got everything straight at home. You go on out to your deployment and things of that nature. And in the Army, you do deployments. You get everything straight, man. Where you gonna put the car? Is the wife got all she needs? She got the bank accounts and stuff like that. Because when you deploy, it's gonna be all business, and we ain't got time for you to be worried about this, that, and the third. So I wanted, and I brought up the fact about a week ago, we really need to just get these contracts straight, man. We just really need to jump on the contracts and have no distractions coming in with new defensive coordinator. Familiar, but new special teams coordinator. New faces as far as draft choices. Get our pillars in here and get everything equipped and done right. OTA start on the 27th of May. Lo and behold, from my mouth to God's ears, our front office heard it, because usually they will linger this thing on out until a week before the first game. And we've seen that happen when we were about 2 years ago. We were up in Pittsburgh. Me and who was up there? Was Ty? Were you up there that time? And Kylie, we still worried about. No, Nick Bosa had just signed maybe a week prior to the first game up in Pittsburgh. And last year, recent as last year, BA's doing this hold in thing, and he didn't want you to take his money, but he wanted more money. So it was the brilliant hold in versus the hold out. So we had that going. And when those guys come back, Trent Williams as well, they're not in the best shape they can possibly be in. And if you remember last year, the first few games, it's particularly those that were really, really warm, Trent Williams had to go to the locker room for, some some hydrations, and probably shot that IV in him. Plenty of Gatorade, cold towels, trying to get it back together and acclimated, when this should have been done 2 or 3 dominoes prior to, while he was holding out. You can get in shape. You can go out there and run sprints and go to the gym and get on the step machine and all this good cardio. It's nothing like real football shape. You got to get it in. You got to get it in. And then if there's a new wrinkle that was put in, even though you're probably the best left tackle on the planet, a new wrinkle's been put in, and your steps will be off a little bit, or we doing that now. Sometimes you can become the victim of a perennial cycle of, this is just how we've always done it. You know what I mean? Whenever you're saying that we always done it this way, mind you, it might not have been the correct way, or we're doing it different this way. And we, being creatures of habit, will move to the wrong thing, and it just looks like a mess. So it's important to get your front office stuff and the money straight before the OTAs start. We don't need any lingering effects. We don't need people with speculation saying, well, maybe they'll trade him. Well, maybe so-and-so's going to take his position now. Well, maybe he's not as good as we thought. Well, maybe you don't need that, because the haters going to hate, and they just come up with the pessimistic skepticism of I don't know what those people are, but I'll put something cute together one of these days. Let me shout out my chat right now. I'm showing 21 viewing, but I see, who'd I see? Red Jet Shell is in the building. Red Jet, holla at me. Oh, the caramel complexion. I don't know who got the caramel complexion, but hey, y'all do what you want to do. It's a daytime show now. Under the Helmet, what's up, man? Good to see you. The Under the Helmet podcast. Is that Spongy? The haters gonna hate T Swizzle. Yes, hate, as I'm sure somebody, as I take a sip of my soda, and I'm sure somebody spit in. I want to thank all the haters, because you just elevated my great man, Brock Purdy. Let me see. Terradome always goes over the comments. Yeah, I do. And it's dangerous when you jump into a comment and you're responding to something, and somebody, I missed like the beginning of it, man. It's been some pausable moments. But I've thought up a new term, y'all. Here you go. This is a terrorism, terradomeism. When I get into a dispute about whether something was to be paused, meaning it was on the line, and this one is for Rod Cali. It's a terrorism, a terradomeism. My new get out of jail free card is going to be pausable deniability. Like, but and this will surface itself with if my man Rod Cali jumps in, because he always giving me, he be going a little too overboard on the pause. Sometimes it ain't worth the pause. Amen. Um, I'm going to declare plausible deniability. That's a little play on words. That's from the old Reagan days when as long as you didn't know that the crime was going on, you had what's called plausible deniability. I had no idea. Did he do that? I wasn't in the know. This goes back to Colonel Oliver North, if y'all can remember. Y'all, yeah, I know y'all a little young, but a long time ago, man, something called Iran Contra happened, and plausible deniability approved. Thank you so much. Hey, man, if Ty's on it, I'm good. I'm good. He's and see, this is what I mean. Kylie Young said he's a habitual pause stepper. I'm not an habitual pause stepper. Y'all be moving in line. Sometimes it is what it is. Sometimes you do mess up when you're describing large players. It ain't much I could do. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. But sometimes, man, come on now, you gotta give me a break. Y'all be moving the fence on me a little bit. That's a good one, though. Yeah, it's plausible deniability. That's, man, thank you so much. Where's my bell at? There you go. Thank you. You're far too kind. Okay, let's see what else we got on the docket here. Brock Purdy. And going back to the theme of the front office, it was kind of masterful for Jed York and the 49ers to sell off 6% of the controlling interest of the San Francisco 49ers, or just a mere 6%, to make their assets liquid, but still maintain the majority share. That's basically investing. That's what that is. That's it wasn't making it public per se, like you would do a stock or a great company that's making money and on the uptick, and it would just go public. It would create it so that you could buy shares of said business, but not get the controlling shares of the major stakeholders, CEO or founder or owner of the company. So what Jed did, or the San Francisco 49er Think Trust, it could have been Denise or Dr. York, they decided to sell off 6%, which to have controlling interest, you would have to sell off 50% or more, 51. But just with that little 6%, they made themselves liquid. And then what do you know? All of a sudden, that money is everywhere, right? We got just before the deal, Kittle got his stuff all settled up. Then came Brock Purdy, and now we got Fred Warner. So masterful. Let me shout out my front office once again. Let me give them a round of applause. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the front office. That was good business. That was great business. You got to make yourself liquid, because you can have a lot of money, but you can be cash poor. That reminds me of that song with Mary J. Blige and Robin Thicke. You can be rich when you're poor, and poor when you're rich. Yeah, man. I got it. The Magic Touch. That's the name of it. The Magic Touch. You can be rich when you're poor, and poor when you're rich. You can be what's called cash poor, and you just don't have the cash laying around to do something, but you have assets. You have priceless artwork. You have ownership of a company. You have something that can produce the cash dividends, and hey, you can sell that off and get it, but you don't have the dollars on hand to go into escrow. So it was a pretty ingenious or innovative way of creating some cash. So that was pretty good. Ray J Shell says, Terradome, we make fun of you because we love you. Just like the riffraffs stay making fun of me. Haha. Yeah, Red Jet, we love you too, Red Jet. And you know, likewise. Terradome got them. Yeah, man. The magic touch with Mary J. Blige and man, if you make a record with Mary J. Blige, it's guaranteed to be a hit. The woman just got it. She's by far my favorite female artist of all time. That's my girl. That's my girl. And I will go to the mattresses, pause, in terms of arguing for Mary J. Blige. Y'all that follow me on Twitter, y'all seen my manifesto. And I don't know if it's really her or not, but she followed me back and liked a couple of my well put together and well thought out posts. So I'm a big Mary J. Blige fan, and I know some people say, "Oh, she can't sing. She be dancing all." And you just got to get used to the haters, which brings us back to Brock Purdy. You know, the man signed for $53 million. Per year on average. Some have stretched it out to think, you know, if it's a 6-year deal, it's only $45 million, as if that's a detriment. Bottom line, the man done signed for $265 million with an M dollars, 181 million guaranteed. It would be on average 53.12 per year. He's gonna break down somewhere around, now he was due to make about 5 million this year, but last year I think he didn't make but 3.5, maybe something crazy like that. Now, and I'm just trying to bring together a stat that I heard, but divided up, the 53 million divided up between 17 games, he's gonna make what he made last year every game this year. So that's a shout out to Brock Purdy, man. You, to me, and to the faithful, or to the people who really like football, he deserved so much. I know I got some detractors and debaters and whomever you are, wherever you are, just suck it. So sit around there, be mad, but we happy around here. We happy. Remember the crotch chop? Just it was that the Rock and Roll Express. It was the wrestlers. Some wrestlers. What was that? I think it was the Midnight Express or the Rock. Yeah. I told him, hey, you bringing up Ted. Oh, here we go. Is it wrong to wonder where our good friend Ted is? Oh man, I love see, I don't like to troll, but I can troll when I want to troll. Yeah, he was some of the biggest. I wouldn't pay Brock Purdy anything. I'd make him play out his rookie deal. He you know, he's not as good as so and so, and riff and raff and this and that. I mean, he really isn't. When you think about it, he's just an average guy. He, you know, he really doesn't have it. Excuse me. I didn't hear you when he was coming back and winning against Green Bay in the postseason. I didn't hear you when he came back and beat Detroit. Didn't hear you when he was starting in the Super Bowl. Didn't hear you in his first 5-6 games as a professional when he came in December of 2022 for an injured Jimmy Garoppolo. And he proceeded to stack victories and stats and records on top. I didn't hear you when he threw for 4,280 yards in a season, thusly becoming the eminent pass leader of the entire history of the San Francisco 49ers, which includes Joe Montana and Steve Young, Y.A. Tittle, John Brody, and a bunch of names you probably ain't never even heard of. But I ain't hear none of them then. They can, I don't hear them. You know what I call them? They are piss on cotton praisers and loudspeaker critiquers. When it's bad, they get loud. But when it's time for some praise, they sitting there with their arms folded, looking like they sucking on a lemon. You know who you are. I am celebrating my day because I listened to you for the last 2.5 years. But this day has come. He's the franchise quarterback. That's another name you need. Let's get that. Let's celebrate on our franchise quarterback. He's a franchise quarterback. That's my dog. And I guess it goes to me a little personal, or I don't know why I'm just feeling. I think I know why. It is a spiritual thing, because in your Bibles, the book of Matthew says, Jesus is speaking. He says, the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. And this thing, sometimes when you fill yourself with a lot of word, it will manifest, and you will see it in different situations, in different scenarios, in different circumstances. You just will see things coming together that have been prophesied and are fulfilling at the very moment that you are in time. Quick little biblical thing. There are two types of time. No, it ain't even two types of time. There is eternity and there is time. Time is a construct made by man, or made for man. The calendar year, and 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour, 2 weeks. That's what's called in Greek chronos time, where you get chronological, or chronology. But God operates on an eternity time. For him, 1 day is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years 1 day. It's eternity, and your spirit is eternal. But you're almost handcuffed to being a fleshly realm, and you're dealing with time. Things will happen in due time. And when I see it manifest out in a spiritual place, it just really pings for me. And I have a spiritual kinship with that young man, and several of you. I see something different in you. I'm dealing on a different dimension. And the Bible says in 2 Corinthians, I think it's the 2nd chapter, 14th verse, spiritual things can't be explained to a non-spiritual person because they are foolishness to him. I can't give it to other people. You really ain't gonna understand it. But for those of you where your spirit is touched, you're getting it. You'll see what I mean, even by what I say, or you'll see it being played out on a regular daily basis. Another one, Luke 6:36, give and it shall be given. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall man give unto your bosom the same way the matter in meat that you gave. Usually we use that one at church, man. This time is offering time. So you say, give and it shall be given. Press down, shaking down. Usually it's money. But the world now, let me filter it through the Terradome. The world calls it karma. It's the same principle. It's karma. Whatever you're putting out in the atmosphere, that is what you're going to get back in the atmosphere. It's karma. If you putting out goodwill, if you saying complimentary things, if you are from your heart doing good things for people, and you have no false motivations about you, it will come back and reciprocate right back at you. But if you are nasty, mealy mouth son of a dragon out here with your stank breath, talking bad, putting the people down, being pessimistic, being nasty, being lonely, being prickly, you can't hug a porcupine. That is what you will get back. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. You gonna get it back. You're gonna get it back. Pressed down, shaking together, and running over. And that's my little soliloquy for today. I'm gonna go on up. Is Rod in the house? What's up, man? I got a new term, man. Plausible deniability. You can't get me on all the pauses, man. You can't get me on all the pauses. As a matter of fact, let me open it up here. And who shall ever come on to the StreamYard? I got a little time today. I am off. I'm waiting on the dude to come and cut my grass. I know I probably could do it myself, but I don't feel like it. I want the guy to come and cut my grass. It's a little warm. It's getting warm in North Carolina, y'all. It is, man. We got North Carolina spring, and we got North Carolina summer, and then we got North Carolina summer. And we starting to get to summer. Them 90-degree days with that humidity just knocks me off my feet. Let's see what else. We're switching to Brock Purdy signed for $265 million, $181 million guaranteed. He hasn't officially signed it, but he has come together with the agreement to sign it. It'll be something real nice when he comes in there with his family and everything, and officially has a big old ink pen with a feather on it or something. It'll be a big to do. And Fred Warner has his deal done. And this comes off the cusp of George Kittle got his deal done. I think George Kittle was 76 million for George Kittle. So we handle business. And then as I learn more, I wanted to have my man Tony come on today. As I learn more in terms of the salary cap hit, it's really this year, coming up. In terms of the salary cap, I'm hearing from the great David Lombardi that it is only going to be Brock's contract is only going to be an $8.5 million hit against the salary cap this year. So that whole lying pustule of venom that these haters been spewing. Oh, if you pay Brock, it just gonna mess everything up. We ain't gonna have nobody. Oh Lord. They ain't know what they're talking about. And I get, I don't know. I take it on the chin because pause because because it hits me that they got a voice and they don't know what they're talking about. This is literally, how people say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Literally, if you are talking and you're not learned on the situation at hand, you literally don't know what you talking about. For real, this is what I see. Let me holler at my chat. They in here doing some things here. I will be on. I gotta make a run, but trust me, I will be on. Pause. Come on, man. Anytime you get ready, man. You know what it is. Sounds like a shirt idea, Ty. Okay. What pausable deniability? I hope I do need a t-shirt. Thank God I don't live in North Carolina. I would definitely hate that summer. That summer boy. When we got a dude named Big Weather down here, Channel 11. He comes on, man, and he said, well, the forecast for today, hot, hazy, and humid, temperature in the upper to mid 90s. It's gonna be a scorcher. And then he'll have little outfits that you need for the day. You know, if it's raining, he'll say, oh, umbrella and galoshes, that's what you need here. And when it's hot, hazy, and humid, all he have is like a bathing suit. It ain't nothing you could do with this oppressive heat. It's oppressive heat, and it ain't even bad yet. People ain't complaining yet, but boy, wait till Memorial Day. We gonna hit 90. I bet 95. That the best you can hope for is a 94 day, but it's probably 91 out there right now. Yeah, you better hit pause that one. Thank you. Yeah, I took it. I ain't gonna say how I took it. Yeah, I hit the pause though. Y'all can't dog me. I hit the pause. Y'all need to grandfather some of these terms, because after you've been using them for 55 years, man, you can't reversible. Yeah, it's like calling walk after the game was over. You can't call walk. It's late. It's in there. I told y'all about the habitual ways. We've always done it this way. That thing, it manifests in your mindset. Which you used to say a long time ago, you can't say no more. Why I don't get any more with these blockaders. Hey man, they're gonna be what they're gonna be. It's somebody hating. They hated Jesus. It's in the book of John, the 15th chapter, 18th verse. Might be John 15, 16. I think it's John. Yeah, it's John 15, 16. Jesus says, the world will hate you, but know that they hated me first. It's in your Bible unless you erased it. Just do a Google search. Jesus and hate, or just say the world will hate you, Bible, and it'll come up. It'll have exactly where it is. But if they hated Jesus, they're gonna hate you. Oh, they were really gonna hate you because he was as perfect as he can be and sin not, and they still kill him for it. So who am I? And I know the pessimistic skepticism, cynicism, schism lovers are saying, oh, you're comparing yourself to Jesus. Oh no, nobody's doing that. It's an allegory basing the mountain that is Jesus up against the pebble that is myself. If you hated the mountain, surely you're going to hate this little rock. So that's what I meant to say, you pompous people. Kylie, don't F your bread up over a weirdo. I know I haven't seen that. Kylie, I cussed out a co-worker over the weekend who insisted Mayfield is better than Brock Purdy after only one good season with Baker. Man, you right. but you can't. The only one that can convince, convert, and convict is Holy Spirit. Us, in of our logic and of our rhetoric and of um our knowledge, we're not gonna for a fool. It don't matter what you show him. It don't matter how many stats you show that he was 130 since he came into the league. He's 138.7 passer rating against the zone. I seen a graphic today. Hold on. Where that graphic at today? Did I post it? I think I posted it on a Twitter. See, this is another thing they do, y'all. Let me pull it up here as you talk amongst yourselves and get Rod Khaled to come on. There go my man Dion. Dion, what's good? Hollering at your boy, man. Dion, if you're able to jump on in here with me and we can rap a taste there, dropping it in the chat. If anybody who wants to come by as I look up a graphic that I tweeted earlier today. I like Twitter so much. Twitter's my favorite. You always see some good stuff on the Twitters. You always see good stuff on the Twitters. You see some crazy stuff too. But I like Twitter, man. Where did I know I posted? I need to learn to navigate around here a little bit better. And I said, I'm gonna post it so I'll have it for the show. And lo and behold, it is not there. Where would it be? Red Jet Shell, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage. Red Jet Shell is here. What's up, young lady?
Hi, how are you? Good morning or afternoon. Excuse me. It's afternoon where you are.
Good afternoon. Yes, it's afternoon. Look like you're about to rob a bank or you going to the doctor.
It's a stick up.
You let somebody here that robbed the place. Red Jet Shell in the building.
That's good. What's going on? What's happening?
I was gonna show this graphic here. Oh, I found it. Okay, just go to your I just had to go to my station. Let me put this up real quick. Share my screen.
Doing the multitasking. You got it going on. Look at you.
I am doing the most.
You are. Oh, I wouldn't have said that, but okay.
I am doing the most.
Right there. What's that?
It is the best total since Brock Purdy came aboard. Look who he's up. Best total QBR since
fancy.
2022. Look at those names. Who he's amongst. Now,
you got some people.
I know a whole bunch of them gonna hate on it, and a whole bunch of them gonna say some stuff. But and they're gonna be right nasty. But this is ESPN. These are facts and these are numbers. It says since 2022, week 14, these are the numbers. Brock Purdy is right smack dab in the middle of of Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Joe Burrow. Does everybody see? Can everybody agree? That's what it says, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
Total QBR. Just letting them know there, Red Jet. Just letting them know.
Okay. All right. I like it. I'm with it. So did you tell Ted about this? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Where is Ted? I haven't. Is he even on anymore? I don't know if Ted is on anymore.
I haven't seen him in forever, so I have no idea. That was horrible of me. That was awful.
You trolling a man who ain't even right.
I didn't say
so how have you been feeling? What is the barometer out in the Bay? How is it on radio and stuff like that? What?
About the same, which is good. Do this before the OTAs, which is next week. Should have ended it. That's just me. instead of dragging this along. He's a phenomenal player. We all know that. He has the skills to pay the bills, right?
Those are bars. If you're
Bars.
scoring at home, he has the skills to. You rhyme like Jesse Jackson. He has the skills to pay the bills, and he gives you chills.
I realize this kind of talk isn't kosher.
and he is going to make a bunch of dollar bills.
Oh, hell no. Not Jesse J. No, don't do this to Jesse. Don't do that. No, but this is awesome. I'm with it. Like, you got Brock,
like
you got
Jesse
Fred.
Jackson.
I'm saying you got Brock, you got Fred, you got George, you got everybody signed. Let's get this going. I mean, OTAs are next week. I'm excited. Let's see what happens. You got some decent players in the draft. You got some undrafted free agents. I'm on board. I mean, we'll see. But my only concern right now is the bye week being very late. So the first 13 weeks could go either way. I'll say that.
Yeah,
it could go either way.
Yeah.
Especially week 1 being a division game in their house. But
yeah, are you going up to Seattle?
No, but division games I try to stay away from unless I'm rolling like 40, 50 deep because people don't know how to act. I'd have to go with you and Rod and Dion and Ty and Callie. I'll be fine. But if I'm just rolling solo, it's not gonna work. That's not gonna work very well. So
it got to be like one of your
this year, but we'll see.
One of my favorite movies all time, and you're gonna, I think you might know, but 1980, I think in 1979 or 80, there was a movie called The Warriors. Do you remember The Warriors? Oh, everybody in the chat that has seen The Warriors. It was an awesome movie. It's about this gang from Coney Island, New York, that goes up to the Bronx for a gang coalition meeting. All the gangs in New York are up at in the Bronx, and then they shoot the guy that was going. There he is, historic story. The Warriors come out to play.
That's where that line came from. Okay.
Yes.
You hear that song and you hear that line in the song. My bad.
With the bottles, the guy with the bottles, yeah. In anyway,
yeah, okay. Now it makes sense to me. Yeah.
With the movie, they were a gang that had to bop all the way from Coney Island back to had to bop all the way from the Bronx, which is way up. If you ever visit New York, you got to go way up on the 2 or the Green Line and go. Man, I think it's blue. You got to go way up past Harlem. You way up, and then bring it all the way back down to Coney Island, and it is I think total mileage it might be about 40 miles, and they encountered every gang who was the word was put out to get the Warriors, and man, it's a incredible movie. Just if y'all can look it up, it's probably free on YouTube now. Y'all can look up The Warriors, classic movie. So when we go out of town and we're visiting in some of those hard places, Philadelphia, you got to roll with your posse, and you got to run that gauntlet, right. Man. They all out there.
But it was how you said Philly. Just
Philadelphia.
Drop it all in there.
It can get nasty in Philadelphia.
they made that. Question for you, sir. Do you have the schedule on you? Do you have it?
I was about to pull it up because I wanted to get your I wanted to get your take. Let me
great minds.
Yeah. Let me go past Fred Warner there. I got some Fred stats. Fred been doing. I got Brock Purdy and Fred. Oh, for the haters out there, the San Francisco 49ers have $42.9 million in cap space, second only to the Patriots. There you go.
But who's counting?
Yeah, but who's counting? All y'all that said,
Okay,
you know.
let's
Oh my
see
God!
here.
What are we gonna do with Brock size? We gonna need. We don't have money. Oh my God! I win, son. I win, son.
He's
I
so
win, son.
negative.
Pencil neck geek, shut up. Anyway,
Oh,
this
my.
is the schedule for 2025 Red Jet Shell. We got 3 preseason
Okay.
games, 2 of which will be at home. That third one is probably going to be a dress rehearsal against the Chargers. And we get it on starting September 7th. Pause.
All right. So
How many victories do you see in there, Red Jet?
I'll do them quick. Week 1 is an L. Week 2 is a W. 9:57 a.m. Week 3 is what the hell? W. Week 4 is a W. Week 5 is an L. Week 6 is a W. Week 7 is a W. Week 8 is a Texans. I'm gonna give that a W. I think that's a trap. Where am I at? Week
A W
what did I
or
say?
L?
For Houston, I'm gonna give that a W.
Okay.
And that's 3, 6, 7, 8. So now I'm on week number 9. Giants is a W. Week 10, that will be our W. Week 11 will be our W. Week 12 is also a W. Week 13, week 13 is the Browns. That's a W. Week 14, we finally take a break. Good Lord. Week 15, barring injury, I'm going to call that a trap and give that an L.
Okay.
What am I at? Week 16, I guess? Yeah, 15,
Yep.
16, yeah. Against the Colts, that is a
Yeah.
W. Week 17, against the Bears, that is a W. Week 18, the last and final one is going to be the Gauntlet at an L. So I have them at 13 and 4. We'll see if I'm right.
13 and 4. That's
Mm-hmm.
sound good to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I can see why you 13 and 4. 13 and 4 for Red Jet Shell. 13 and 4. Let me put it up there so I have it for posterity's sake. so I can go back
Want to know how I
and just
really feel?
and pull it up real quick. 13, 4.
And 4. Now, which ones I couldn't tell you, but I just did it all fast. I see 4 losses because of the bye week being so late. LA has had our number. They have won against us 2 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had the nerve to beat us in the championship in their building, go to the Super Bowl in their building, and win it in their building. So yeah, they kind of,
The nerve.
we're kind of a little bit of a little pinch nerve there. I see a few traps with Houston, possibly even Atlanta. I know they're talking smack. Maybe
Well,
the Colts.
Kylie says New York can get wild. Yeah, New York City, boy. They beat a dude with a garbage can, a Pacers fan after the game. And you know,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, this in the city now.
Wait, hold up. Because I know that's one of your topics du jour. So before you get into it, I just have one question. Why are we celebrating a second round playoffs when you haven't gone to the conference, much less the finals yet? Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
They so starved, Red Jet. It's starved. Imagine us. All right, now we haven't won in 30 years.
Ooh,
New
boy,
York
I'm
has
bringing
been
it
waiting about 50. 50 years. They haven't won since 1973. You know, and with New York being the quote unquote mecca of basketball, Madison Square Garden, everything you want. They really hold their basketball pause to be really their identity. New York basketball is supposed to be it, and you ain't won since 1973, which was the year I don't know who was born. I was 3 years old, and so when it's starting to get a little close, they get a little enraged. Just think of how Spike Lee is at the game, I'm pulling for New York, man. I am, because
I
I
kind
know
of
what
low key am too. I'm not gonna lie. I low key.
I know what it's
But
like. I've been waiting 30 years. I know how you
but then
feel.
you know what too? You know what's kind of I like the storyline for all four teams because a lot of them are not experienced being in the finals, conference
Yes.
or actual finals, right? You
Yeah.
have a lot of you have a lot of players that are new to that environment, so I'm very excited to see tonight and tomorrow night. Um, I think the storyline right now will be OKC being an expansion team with
Oh,
some
I
players
like
that had the experience. Now you have players that I want to say have not had it yet, and if they
y-
have, then that's my bad.
yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's more of a storyline for me. Anyway, I mean you have the Knicks too because that's a storied franchise, but then you have another team that's expansion. So
Yes.
those are great storylines to follow right now. So
It
yeah,
is. It is.
I'm
It's
excited. I'm
I
excited for
am
all four of them
so
to see tonight's game.
interested, man. I'm so
Me
much looking
too.
at the NBA, man. Just the the playoffs, the getting to the final. They still haven't released the MVP. They usually release it about a week, maybe 3 weeks after the regular season, but they holding on to it. I think they'll make an announcement sometime here soon. But
Sometime before we're dead, huh?
yeah, they trying to see who gonna win,
Oh
and then
man.
they'll say, "Okay, you got the MVP."
Exactly. So, hey, of course I want my Warriors in it, but I'm kind of glad they're not. I'm glad we're on the bench. I'm like, yeah, sit this one out because too much
Yeah,
drama, not enough time. I can get into
like
so many storylines.
like they said, give somebody else a chance. Give somebody else. That's what they
I
do.
mean,
Give somebody
can we
else a
tell that to
chance.
the I mean, can we tell that to the Celtics and your team? I mean,
Yeah, that's a,
championship show.
that's where I learned it from. They said, let somebody else go. Give somebody else a
Oh
chance.
man.
It's like just hogging the toy every. You got the new bike, and you always ride. Now you got 5, 10 cousins here. They want to ride the bike too, baby. I'm like, nope,
Nope.
nope. I want my
Nope.
bike. I want my bike. Shout out to my main man David McNiner in the building. What's up, Dave? How you doing, man? DMC. Kylie says SGA will win MVP. That's what I'm thinking too. I don't know why they
That's what I'm thinking
waiting.
too. Yeah. Yeah.
He's clearly the dude. But
I mean, right
okay.
now, woof. I know we're only in the Western and Eastern Conference Finals, but right now I'm kind of low key going for kind of the Knicks and OKC right now.
Oh,
I don't
that'd
know
be
why.
nice. That'd be very nice.
That would be real
But that
cool. But
But that Ant-Man don't play, boy. Anthony Edwards, I'm telling you, that dude
woof,
be coming with it. Pause.
man,
Yeah,
and really no pause because that's what he does. You know
he,
what I mean? So
he got a swagger, man. I like that kid too. I like all the teams that are in there now, and now that Boston's out of it. I just can
yes,
be a total fan and just root. just look at the games, totally objective. Just say
I'd be a
this
bitter
guy,
fan.
this coach and this plan was better. These performances were better. This guy had ice water in his veins. This guy didn't. That's what I like to do. That's what they're playing harder defense than they are. I was going to say harder D, but I know that would have been a pause.
I didn't say it. He said it.
You
Not
can
me.
tell that to the Celtics.
There's a reason I have my
Yeah,
mask on today.
I can't stand them Celtics. I love when the Celtics lose. I do. Yes, I'm a hater. I'm a troller of the Celtics. Yes.
I'm a hater.
Timberwolves versus Knicks or Timberwolves versus Pacers, Crazy Juice says.
Okay, I like that. Any
Yeah.
one of those could happen. Any one of those could happen. I don't know.
Wherever
I low-key
Giannis
want them
goes
picks.
next is going to be ridiculous. Yeah, man. We might try to bring him on to LA. If I can get Giannis in LA, I will be back next year. Same time, same place.
Well, I can tell you now.
I'm going
I can
to
tell you this
start
right now.
spreading the news.
He ain't coming to Cali. Forget it.
You come on to California, hey, baby.
Nope.
He'll be out there with my man Luca, and I have LeBron, hey, and
Are you
Bronny.
kidding?
Bring Bronny on in there. AR-15.
Oh,
Hey, we'll get it in, baby. Pause.
Y'all, do you know how much of a monstars y'all would look like? That's not happening.
Well, everybody got to have stars.
Not your team and not mine either.
Celebrate the moments of your life.
Stop.
Girl, I'll be
Wow.
General Foods International if he come up in that jam.
I'm saying, like, why are they endorsing you?
I'll be out there
blatantly
drinking my drink with my pinky up.
Wow. Just stop. Just stop.
Yeah, you come right
I
on.
love it.
Okay, switching to my final topic du jour. Did you see Angel and Caitlyn get down? I think it was the 17th. It was the 17th. First game of the year, Lord Jesus.
Yes. And it already starts with drama. Whoa.
Jet, I am so not mad at that though. I
Right.
like that competitive fire between two of the game's the best. You need that, and women face different obstacles than men do in terms of play, in terms of perception. If this was two men, if it was Ant-Man and SGA's,
Nobody would
or
lie about it. Right.
yeah, and you want that fight, you want that competitive
Yeah, you do.
fire to go between two young ones, and I ain't mad one bit. To me, they are
Me
the Larry Bird and Magic Johnson of this era for their game. They draw your attention. They both have college history, very similar to Bird and Magic. There's the element of race in there, but it's not just a breakdown of racial bias.
Right.
But it does play into it, and you got a villain, and you got like the perception of of the superhero, and you need
Well, I'll
that,
say this.
man. You
I say
need that.
this. My thing about Caitlin Clark is you came into the league a star person, and then you start getting bullied, and now it's like, oh, I don't want to play anymore. But then you go up against Angel Reese, and you want to act like you're 10 feet tall. No,
Yeah.
no. But then you have
Yeah.
Angel Reese trying to play the flop game. I'm just like, okay, LeBron, sit down.
I like it.
Okay.
And then she was going after her
I'm
like
here
she was.
for it.
I wanted to see him knuckle up. I wanted to see him knuckle up. There's a lot of. Thank you, historic stories. See what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's a lot of parallels there. It's a lot, and
Very true.
they're really
Very,
trying to
very
grow
true.
the game. And if it were not for Magic and Bird, man, I don't know where the NBA would be. The NBA needed that at that time. We used to. Do you know the finals used to be on tape delay? Red Jet Shell.
Get out of here.
Before, yeah, they didn't show it live. NBA was like, well, who cares? Don't, we'll play Johnny Carson and then come back and play.
This man said Johnny Carson. You are dating
We're
yourself
gonna look
right
at
now.
Johnny. Don't show those NBA games.
You are dating
Put it on
yourself
after
so
Johnny
bad right now. Oh my
America
God.
didn't even want to see NBA. It's like, it's
If you-
nothing.
if
But
you
when
start
those two
saying
guys
that-
came, man, it made it. And that's the reason why I even like the Los Angeles Lakers now, is because, when I was 10 years old, I saw Magic go to the Lakers as a rookie, and
Oh, that's
Jet,
right.
he
Yeah.
played He played all 5 positions his rookie year to win the world championship. He played center. There's a comedian that says, "Man, Magic Johnson." At guard, Magic Johnson. At forward, Magic Johnson. At center, Magic Johnson.
That's wild. That's so funny.
He did that. Magic is my dude. I used to argue anybody, refute anybody down. I had many an argument in Parker Hall in my dorm in 1991. Who's better, Jordan or Magic? And you won't talk to me. I said Jordan could do everything he want to, but until he get them 5 rings that Magic got, Jordan. I was like the barber on it. Until you get them 5, Michael Jordan ain't shit.
Okay, thank you coming to America.
Michael Jordan good. Michael Jordan can throw that basketball there, but until he get them 5 rings, Michael Jordan ain't shit.
Where's Rod? We need Rod.
And then he proceeded to go out and get 6 championships and say, "Well, how you feel now?"
It's like, how you like me now?
Yeah, how you like me now? I'm getting busier. And speaking of how you like me now, coming up, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna add him to this. He snuck in on me. Dion.
Yeah.
On a beautiful day in California, there's not a cloud in the sky. He got the backdrop. That is
Arizona.
Oh, Arizona, okay.
Yeah.
In Arizona, he's from California, but it's not a green screen, ladies and gentlemen. That is live footage. We have Dion X. Dion X is here.
Okay, man. He said Dion X is here.
Dion X is here. This is not tape delay. We have
tell you right now, okay. You know, so if we're gonna start it off that way, I got to say this, and I got to say it just emphatically, as the great Malcolm X has said it. We didn't land on Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan landed on us.
Oh my! He delivered it with such zeal.
I mean,
He said it
Get a round of applause.
I had to make sure I had the intestinal fortitude and the fervor in my voice to make sure that you understood how I felt about this comment.
Yes.
Hey, look, man, they passing out money, man. We all need to go up there and get us a contract from the 49ers.
You better go.
I'm saying. I don't know
They
why.
holding out all the cash. We need to be standing right there. Look, y'all ain't even got to give me 20. I'll just take 1 million.
Hey, it's rich people around here. Rich people around here.
I'm telling you, they got all that money.
I'll be happy with 10 bucks.
Look, man, you know, couple dollars. But I like what they've been doing though, because that's great. Because you sign up, you got to think about it. You lock up George, best tight end in football. You lock up Fred, best linebacker in football. You lock up Brock, top 15 quarterback. Can't be mad at that. Now, I know there's people out there that are pissed off about this contract and all that other stuff. At the end of the day, you got to have consistency at the quarterback position. You have to. You cannot run a franchise when your quarterback room is a carousel. Let me. I'm gonna give y'all something for context too. You know how hard it is to be able to win a Super Bowl without a quarterback? Do you understand? For the receivers, there is only one, and I mean one receiver that I know of that had a quarterback carousel that consistently put together 1,000-yard seasons year in and year out, and that is DeAndre Hopkins.
Boy,
The man had a carousel over there in Houston. They just kept giving him different people. That man was doing all kinds of shit. I ain't never seen somebody catch the ball
with anybody. You could throw Charlie Brown out there,
and he'd find a way to catch it.
And he was gonna get 1,000 yards some kind of way. That was me. For me, DeAndre Hopkins was the best receiver in the game.
Oh man,
you know, about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing. Hey, look. Father Time's undefeated. We all know this.
He'll
So
come
gonna
see
catch
you.
up with you at some point. He come see you at
Oh,
some
yeah.
point and say, "Hey, look, go on, sit
Yeah.
down now.
Yeah.
That spring in your step, that bounce that you used to have, ain't there no more. Ain't there no more."
Other time it's like the Sandman. The Sandman comes see you at intimate moments. It's like, oh,
You be thinking you be out there feeling like you about to be rolling. Yeah, he gonna roll you right off that stage.
that's your
Sweep you
last.
right up out of there.
Right about it, there, fact.
But locking up Fred was great because that keeps the core and the anchor and the leader of our defense around.
Yes, sir.
See, when you have that kind of stability, it's great. I'm not gonna lie to you. There is one combination that I didn't get to see that I would have loved to have seen, and I know this technically would have been on the back end of his career had he not had to been forced to retire. Fred Warner and Patrick Willis.
Woo! Ooh.
Oh my gosh. You combine all of that knowledge that both of them had, because they both were great at read and react. They're both amazing pass defenders. And you combine the ruthless aggression of both of them. Yeah, come across that middle if you want to. Play with your life.
Hey, man.
Go ahead.
That Navarro Bowman and Patrick Willis was incredible.
Well, the funny thing is, they were going, so before Harbaugh got here, they were going to cut Navarro. They said we can't do nothing with him. We can't find nothing. Like, it's not working. The minute Harbaugh and Fangio got here, Fangio said, "No, don't worry about it. No, don't cut him. Don't cut him. Leave him alone. I got a spot for him. I got a spot for him. I got a spot for Pat. I got a spot for Ahmad Brooks. I got a spot for the law firm known as the Smith Brothers."
Yeah, the Smith and Wesson.
Right? Because I'm telling you, man, because look, it's we all know and understand the potential of Alden was endless. Like oh my gosh, man. I really wish that young man had never touched a drop of alcohol a day in his life.
Yeah,
because it messed him up, man. And sometimes it does that to you. That that you get that as the natives say, you get that fire water,
man.
And it'd be something else, man.
He used to
definitely be something else.
Yeah, you got to know your limitations.
Yes. As a human being, as a man, you got to know your limitations. You got to be smart about it. So for me personally.
And speaking of being smart, I got another heavy hitter coming, ladies and gentlemen. He's representing Los Angeles like a congressman. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Rod Kelly.
What's up with it?
What's up, Rod? What's happening with the player?
You got feedback coming.
Another beautiful day, man.
Turn your speaker back. Your speaker down. Yeah. Your speaker down. Yeah.
We good now?
Oh yeah. You 100.
There we go. Yeah, it's a lot better.
Okay. My bad, y'all. My bad. What's up with it? What we talking about? I'm done running, ripping and running. What we talking about now?
We were talking about the fact that we locked up Brock, we locked up Fred, we locked up George, and we just trying to see what the season gonna be like. We gotta hope this O-line come together and gel properly, so it's not an issue.
Yeah, they need the gel.
I'm loving the moves that Robert Saleh put down. I'm loving them. Loving every move my new head coach is doing. I'm loving the way the trajectory of our squad is moving. Y'all know I'm trolling because I'm not saying who the head coach is this year.
Hey.
So shout out to everybody else. Nah, I'm in the A right now. I'm in Atlanta. I had to come down here.
He goes around.
Yeah. I had to come down here, or had to come up here, but we good. We still got an echo.
Juice, can you hear it?
Nah, you should be okay.
When you talk, it's not, but I can hear myself coming back. Or when Dion talks, I can hear it coming back.
My bad. But yeah. Silverado Kev, you know how it is, bro. I'm happy with Robert Saleh. You know, I'm digging all the moves that we did. A lot of these moves don't look like Kyle moves, and I like the way the organization is moving. I'm happy with the fresh start, you know, that is being made. Yeah. Also with Fred being there, it also keeps up, you know, the culture that we have there too. That's the part that I love. So now the culture, especially on defense, they understand the assignment when it comes to how things are supposed to be ran, how things are supposed to be organized. I love it. I'm not mad at it at all.
I echoed the sentiment. I like where we're headed. I like that our front office has been proactive versus reactive. And you know, we were going last year, man, and this one was flying to Germany, and this one said I ain't coming unless they extend me to give me more guaranteed money, and the other one is holding in while he's holding out. It's messy. It's just so messy. It's just messy. You ever dealt with people that just messy, you know, and you can't do anything productive off of that because it's just gonna mess you up for, you know, whatever you try. We started off real good against the Jets, but still that messiness started just coming into play, and you don't hit right. Somebody's missing the tackle. This ain't right over here. I can't find receivers. Receivers can't get separation. Kyle calling crazy plays. It's just, Big Trent need to go and get an IV. It's just messy. Get everything straight. Get on board. Get on the right page of music, and let's win some ball games. We also signed a kicker, ladies and gentlemen. We signed a kicker. That's the big news. Greg Joseph, who has a record doing something, not a record, police record. He's got a.
He said not a police record. Let me clarify, not a police record. We ain't got no Justin Tuckers over here.
We ain't got no Tucker over here, but he's got good records. I think for number of kicks or distances kicked, something like that.
Hey, quick question: Who's freakier, Tucker or Diddy? Go.
Diddy. Easy.
Bruh. Diddy, when you say something real, freaky, you do not say no Tucker.
Yeah, you do not. You say no Diddy.
You say but the no Diddy now is way different than the other portion of no Diddy. Now the no Diddy now is is way different now.
and I like it's a guilty pleasure of mine that I watch court TV, and I like I like trials, and I like to see defense versus prosecution. It's the ultimate in debate. And but bruh, this stuff coming out, chill.
Hey, look, man. Let me say this, because we're gonna get right back into football.
Go ahead.
When you do what you did to all of the people that you've done it to, and I'm gonna quote this, because TD, you gonna know what I'm talking about. Rod, you gonna know what I'm talking about. You reap what you sow. It will come back around and bite you. It is very. You ain't gonna like when it bites you, because they ain't see. A lot of people make fun of the situation. They like Diddy in there having a good time because he can have all the freak offs he won't. Let me explain something to you, people. There's a difference in you doing what you want and being forceful and mean and maniacal and disgusting about it, and you're in control. I'm gonna tell you something right now. My father, God rest his soul, is the main reason I have never touched a jail cell ever. And me being born in the time that I was born in and growing up in the time that I was born in, I should have been shot, stabbed, and been to prison. I should have done all three of those things. My father made sure none of them happened, along with my mother.
Amen.
But my father told me horror stories of what can happen to you in prison. You see this stuff walking down you know what I'm saying, just the cell block, some of the crazy stuff that he was telling me. And Diddy will never be in jail having fun with these little freaks. These freak offs is finna be deadly and painful. And okay, we all know the term, no Vaseline. Okay, it's gonna get ugly. He hit that Gen Pop. He hit Gen Pop. It's gonna be real ugly. That's why he's not there. They will get after him. The number one thing you cannot be in prison, people, is a rapist and or a child molester. If you are either one of those things, good luck. Because they are on you day and night, and it could be anything. You could be walking to go get your child. Somebody clock you in your face just because they felt like it. You are marked. It is bad. Back to football, though. I'll say this. Rod, I got a little nugget for you. Because you said something that I like. I'm calling it right now. In 2 years, Robert Saleh is our new head coach.
Oh, wow. Oh.
And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give you context to it.
Hot take.
Here's my thing. Kyle Shanahan has been here going on 9 years. We have no Lombardi to show for it. Jed York had to tighten the pocketbook because all that crazy spending didn't get him nothing. And on top of that, when you look at the structure and the way things are, Robert Saleh is already familiar with everybody. He's not going to be mad about Brock Purdy. He's going to focus on the defense. So he'll bring himself someone in. He'll bring a Shanahan copycat in to run the offense. And then he could just move forward. The reason that I state that he would be the guy is strictly based on the fact that, unfortunately for me, I think Kyle Shanahan's time has run out. We've already been through this. You got 4 good seasons, 4 bad seasons. And this is the truth, people. These are facts not to be disputed. You don't believe me? Go look it up. The man has literally had 4 winning seasons and 4 losing seasons. And when he loses bad. It's not as if we like 8 and 8 or 9 and 8 or something. No, we are well below 500. Now, next thing, no Lombardis. Next thing, you literally are the worst head coach in 49ers history based off of your in-season record. The worst. And once again, people, these are all facts, not to be disputed. As much as you may or may not like it, this is just truth. I think, honestly, and then Jed York going out, selling a small percentage of the team. What do you got to do? I got to raise capital. Why? We got maintenance on the stadium that needs to be done. We got players that need to be paid. All these things are coming full circle. And to me personally, and I'm going to end it like that, is I feel that Jed York has finally figured out I ain't getting you no Super Bowl. And the best you could hope for is a nice little run in the playoffs, but it does not end with a Lombardi. Two more things, and I'll let everybody else go ahead. It's very simple. Kyle Shanahan is the opposite of his daddy. Jed York is slowly becoming the opposite of Eddie DeBartolo. See, Eddie 5-0 in Super Bowls. Jed York 0-3. Kyle Shanahan 0-3. 2 L's as a head coach, 1 L as a coach. 1 L as a coordinator. Mike Shanahan, opposite. 1 win as a coordinator, two dubs as a head coach. I've given you more than enough evidence. I rest my case. Thank you very much. Give me my money.
And the defense rests, ladies and gentlemen. We've heard from him. And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming as he was eloquently being put in, eloquent Ellison Bird, ladies and gentlemen, in the building.
What up, E?
It's good, man. It's good. Now, how you gonna put me on after what he just said? I can't come on.
That's how Jay-Z said DMX used to do. Now you go.
Yeah,
that story was funny as heck. I watched that on the shop when he talked about that. But a lot of people said that about X, though. They said, yeah, that's my favorite rapper. So, you mentioned him. I'm going to say something.
Yeah.
But a lot of people said he was literally the best performer. And it was smart of you to go on before him rather than after him. Because he's He gonna have the crowd hype, and then he gonna have you crying. Then he gonna have you praying, and you might walk out of that stadium wanting to rob somebody, even after all that.
True.
That's just how X moved, man. He was that dope.
That's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
Now you go. How you doing, man? How you doing, E?
What's good? What's good? I just want to say congratulations to all the contracts and all the money y'all doling out the last couple of days.
Thank you very much.
Good
Thank you very
signing.
much.
Good
Thank you,
sign.
darling. Thank you very much. As
Way to-
Elvis.
Way to stay ahead of the game and stay ahead of the cap and everything, and moving swiftly. So
Yes.
like I
Finally.
told when you and Wolfie was on last week and asking the question, when was it going to happen? It was going to happen either between now and the start of the season. It was going to happen.
Yep.
It was just the main thing was what the number was going to be. That was the main thing, because it was going to get done. It was just what the number was going to come in at. So I was vaguely surprised though about the no trade. I was wondering.
Yeah, they put a little no trade in there.
I wanted to know if-
little no trade. Shout out to Kyle Strongen. I think his agent was Kyle Strongen.
That was a smart move, man. Control your destiny.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. So it was a swift move. Me being out here in DC, I'm not in the realm of 49er land, but one of the guys out here said once he heard the deal was made and it was a no trade, he said it was smart of Purdy and his team to do because Kyle has shown to have a wandering eye at times.
Oh, so yeah.
It was swift move by him to get a no trade. I'm not mad at it at all. It's a good deal both sides. It was a smart move.
It was.
Smart move, Brock, baby. Hey, I was happy the way he did that. He played
Sure.
his hands smooth. He forced Kyle. Damn, I had to say his name. He forced the head coach to actually have the coaching. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're gonna have to. It's either you or it's me. You know what I mean? And for him to not have that no trade clause along with it, yeah, Kyle, your clock now has officially started. Yes,
Kyle is on the clock.
Yes. I put it in the group soon. I promise you, E. Soon as that came through, I said his clock starts now. Yes.
Yeah, and here's the thing, because we all know
Kelly is not a Kyle fan.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
me and what are you talking about? Me and Rod brothers on that. We already, we stick together with that one. We don't like Kyle Shanahan around here. It's very simple. The thing for me is when it comes to your clock ticking, your clock should have been ticking. 8 years? How long it take Nick Sirianni? What, 3?
Hey, this year 8? You gonna go read?
This is 8. Wow.
No, this is year 9 going on.
Damn. Okay, I didn't know that.
He been there since 20. Well, wait, what? No, yeah, you're right. 8. It's 8. It's 8. 2017. My bad. But you gotta
still a good run though. Still a good run. I mean,
50-50.
Look at it in totality, what you've accomplished. You may not have gotten.
I am looking at totality. Totality 50-50.
Yeah. Totality.
No, he 50. That's literal totality. You seen the evidence I presented. It's 50-50. He might win one season. He might lose the next. You don't know. But he ain't winning no Super Bowls. That's what we do know.
Okay. Do you want his resume and his totality, or would you rather be Jacksonville? So I mean, looking at it at the grand scheme of things, it's been solid. Has it been great? No, but because you want the ring like everybody else do. But in the totality, in the whole scheme of every other team other than Kansas City and Philly, it's been very good. Look,
Hold on, E.
I had Pop out here, so I understand.
I get what you're getting at, but when you base it upon Jacksonville, who has never won in their entire franchise starts, no, absolutely not.
I'm talking about the team. Okay. Would you rather be us? Forget last year. Year. Would you rather be in us? We have legacy. We had a resume, but we had this shit in 25 years. So would you rather have your resume compared to mine up until last year? I would say yeah.
And we ain't done nothing in 30.
But let's be real. If
you won one win.
If you think about how
last time we won one was 94.
The way the Niners look, huh?
Huh?
92. We was 2 years ahead.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when you're talking about time frames, and I'll let Rod get back in there. When you're talking about time frames, for me, it's a situation of while Kyle has been here, it has been tumultuous. You either have like a couple good years or you have a couple bad years. And I know everybody always says, well, hey, would you want to be this team? Would you want to be that team? No, I want to be the team that gets the job done. You know what, Patrick? You know what Kansas City Chiefs fans can say? Though Pat is literally 3-2. But you know what? I know we got a chance at winning every damn year.
Sure.
They have that full confidence that they actually have a real chance at winning a Super Bowl because their quarterback gets the job done. Their head coach gets the job done. The players get the job done. We do not have that. We have a head coach who keeps his head up as you know what and makes the worst decisions in the times that he doesn't need to make them. He beats himself at times. Fourth quarter, Kyle Shanahan is trash if he's trailing. Rain games, Kyle Shanahan is trash. Like all of these things come into play. There are so many other things that come into play when it comes to him. So it's a little bit different. So for me, I never like the analogy of would you like to be this person? Would you like to be that person? Would you like to be this team? Would you like to be that team? We are who we are. Like I know a bunch of Steelers fans can't stand Mike Tomlin. Don't like him. You know why? Because Tomlin will get you 500 and above, but he ain't winning no playoff games. And that's a waste. I don't care that you are consistently, above 500. That's nice. Get a playoff win. Get us back to an AFC championship game. Get us to a Super Bowl. Can we win one? Like, that's what people want. And when you want that as a fan, you start to understand and look at things from a different perspective. I don't look at it from, we're rich and we just need to keep waiting. It's been 8 years. I've been waiting. I've watched you go get to the mountaintop twice and get karate kicked in your face by Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid.
He said,
so I'm sorry.
In your face.
Like they Sparta kicked you in the chest into that hole and into that abyss, and you'll never know how far it goes.
Dion, real quick, I got the graphic up of here are the top 5 coaches in the NFL based on the winning percentages since 2021 season. And you have Andy Reid up at 76.5%. Sean McDermott at 72.7%. Mike McCarthy at 70.6%. Nick Sirianni at 67%. And Kyle at 67 as well. They're mirror images of each other in terms of winning percentages.
And let me jump in real quick. First of all, Callie, I agree with you. In totality, yes, you want to win. This is a winning business. If you don't win, you can get out. I understand that. But what I was trying to allude to is, would you want to be others within the league who haven't had success, who haven't had playoff runs, who hadn't had a Super Bowl run? But I understand you. I get that mindset. At the end of the day, you want a ring and you want multiple rings and you want a whole lot on that resume. So I get you. You want a chink in the armor. And there's no doubt about that. That graphic though right there, every team on that list has one of 3 things. They have a quarterback, they have great coaching, or they have a well-run front office. All those teams on that list you just had, they had one of those 3 things.
That is actually a very big fact. Yeah, or all. Yeah. Now here's the thing. With McDermott can't beat Mahomes in the playoffs. He get him in the regular season all day long. Can't see him in the playoffs. Andy Reid, he just king of the hill right now. That's what it is. Mike McCarthy, garbage. Get him out of here. I don't even care. You got all them wins and you did all that, and you number 3, and you couldn't get a playoff win to save your life. Nick Sirianni, he's done what Kyle has done in a shorter span of time, and he's actually beat Patrick Mahomes. The one thing that I will say about this is I love what Jalen Hurts and all the players on offense said when Nick Sirianni pulled them in the Super Bowl. They were upset because the mentality they have is they beat us last year. I don't want to beat them. I want to kick their teeth down their throat.
Yeah.
I am looking for a Mike Tyson gut punch that makes you get on one knee and look at the ref and go, nah, I'm good. I'm good. No, he ain't about to hit me again. He hit you. I'm done. I'm straight. My ribs are broken. I can barely talk. I can't breathe. This hurts. Like my number one thing with Kyle is you never finish the job. And I've told people a million times over, if Kyle Shanahan lucks up and wins the Super Bowl, I will shut up. But until then, I am on your head. You never finish the job. That's like asking the ladies in the chat, ladies, would you like a 1 minute man or a man who can get the job done? And you both are happy at the end of that situation. They gonna take the latter. They don't want no 1 minute man. That's a waste of their time. They want somebody who's gonna get the job done and finish it. And with us, we just keep getting on the cusp of things. And to me, to be honest with you, I've said this before, I'll say it again. 49er fans have been lulled into this being okay with just being relevant. That's that new age stuff. These kids today, they like that. Oh, I'm relevant. That's all that matters. They ain't winning at nothing. They're not number one. They're not I'm relevant. Everybody know who I am. I'm okay with that. I don't want to be relevant. I don't want to just be okay with getting there. I want to get over the hump and finish. And we never had it. We never had it. And it's since 1994, man. You ain't seen it. You know what I'm saying? Hell, they had to cut the damn lights off in 2014? They had to cut the lights off. We was getting beat up so bad.
Yeah, it was a bad night.
And then next thing you know, the game winds up really close.
We came out of halftime and what's that speed demon that ran the 100 yards in about
Jacoby
Jones.
Yeah, Jones.
He died.
Yeah.
I was like, oh Lord.
And that's what I'm saying. Like for me, it's always about getting the job done, finish it.
Sure.
Like don't keep with being on the cusp. I get if you're on the cusp and you are like season after season, you're progressing toward it, but he's not on the cusp every season, and you're not progressing toward the Super Bowl win. You're at the same place. And yes, when everybody's like, okay, well, when he gets to the playoffs, he gets to the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl. That's all well and good. But if you're not finishing the job, what good is that going to do for you? You've got to get it done. I cannot, like, with everything going on over there in Washington right now with the Commanders, hey, y'all got a solid squad. You just added Debo, so now that's another little bruising runner. Mind you, you're only going to get about 6-7 games out of him because he get injured very often. But y'all have a squad. Y'all have everything that y'all need. Like your progression is on an upward swing. That's what you want. You want that slope to keep going up. That's how exactly you feel you should feel. But with us, we've been here, just stagnant, right there. It's like you start moving up just a bit, but when I got to get up here, we can't do that. And that's my biggest problem is the job's never finished. And we're just supposed to be okay with that and say, oh, we'll get them next year. No, that's like handing me a participation trophy. What do I want that for? I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to participate. I don't need a trophy for that. That's dumb. Give me a trophy for first, second, and third. I ran track. That's what I want. First, second, and third. I preferably obviously want first, but at a bare minimum, take that participation trophy. I'm chugging in trash. I was supposed to be here.
Losing a Super Bowl is second. But
you don't get but nobody remembers second.
Rod, when is your birthday? Because I got a lot of May babies. I got
May 26th. Next week. May 26th.
May 26th. Putting it down here on my.
I'll be 4'5".
I'm right behind.
Oh man, 4'5" is a good age. Any age that has a caliber of gun is.
Hey, look. Well, if that's the case, Rod,
I'm serious. Well, hey, 4'4", 144 good. That
Fofo. Hey, that's
you had
me.
a
I
good-
just
you
hit
had a good year,
Fofo. So there it is.
Remember
I
when you
got
were
mine.
when you was 38? Won't that a good, you probably did some life changes.
I didn't even think. I had never thought about it like that. Ever in my
Never.
life.
That's right.
But now hearing that, it's like, let me think about it that
25,
way.
25, 22.
Shit, what was I
15
doing?
15 was a great age for me. AR 15. I'm telling you, 45 would be good.
Look now. Look, TD, slow down now. You telling everybody about your past. You know how much of a dog you used to be. Now, calm down. Now you don't want to get
I
you in
was a
trouble.
good athlete at 15.
Yes. There we go.
Yes,
Way to clean it up.
I was starting as a freshman in high school. See, y'all made it that way. I got plausible deniability on that one.
You let the door open, TD. I had to go ahead and kick that door right on in there, man.
Plausible deniability. Let me put my word of the day in.
There you go. Plausible deniability. Oh, I gotta ask you this, Rod. Hey, man, look, and you know, I ain't throwing no shade at you, bro. What the Lakers doing next year, man? What do y'all do? Are y'all finally gonna get rid of LeBron and get him the hell up out of here?
No, he will be there again next year. He will figure out another way to sell tickets for us, and we'll have another season first round.
He ain't going nowhere.
Until we get rid of LeBron, we will still be this way. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. I can't until you get certain things away. It will still be this way for a minute. No need of me getting mad behind it. It is what it is right now.
We might get Giannis.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll hold my breath for that if it happens.
Look, don't hold your breath, Rod. I don't want you to die.
That's it.
That ain't.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, I believe that when I see that.
Past the Lakers, they have made things happen. I couldn't even fathom sometimes, but somehow
I don't see LeBron James signing on nobody's dotted line and say, you know what, I'll go to Milwaukee.
Yeah, not at all.
That's what's going to take.
That's what it's going to take.
He's not going. It's no. What else are you going to give up for Giannis?
What you gonna give up for him?
Yeah, what you gonna give up for Giannis? You're not going to include LeBron, and you're going to give up Austin Reeves and Rui. Woo!
No, no.
And
did you hear TD? He said he giving up everybody except the maintenance guy.
Get him right. Like,
we can get some players from somewhere else. Just go ahead and give up their other 9.
you got to give up 9 years of draft picks just to make that even remotely, even a conversation. If you're even talking about keeping LeBron along with that.
2 first rounders and everybody else on the team in the bench.
No.
Look, TD, you see
You're
all of us shaking our heads.
The top 3 player in the league. A top 3 player for 2 first rounders? No.
Offensively, that's not gonna work either with them 3.
It is not going to happen. Not even go down that dumbass rabbit hole right now. It is not gonna happen. No.
Look at Ty Austin.
Look at the comment. I'm done. The comment.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh my God, I love it.
Steph Curry to the Lakers.
Thank you. That's like saying that, Curry to the lake. No, none of this is gonna happen. None of this.
Curry, we all know Curry retiring a Warrior, and Giannis. Let me tell you something. For you to get Giannis, you're gonna have to literally move heaven and earth. Milwaukee ain't giving him up that easily. They already know what the situation is, man. Milwaukee is not playing, and to be honest with you, if you did that's the worst thing you could do to Dame Lillard. He went all the way over there because it took him forever to realize. And this is another thing that kills me. Why do players always realize so late in their career they ain't winning nothing where they at? He knew he wasn't winning a damn thing in Portland.
Because it's still competitive. It's still competitive. Your competitive nature wants to compete again. Because I'm like that. My competitive nature is always I'm not going to join something I know is a guarantee or what they consider a guarantee. Even in my eyes, if I'm gonna consider it a guarantee, nah, I beat y'all. Because my biggest thing is, if somebody is told, if I'm told that that person is better than me, oh, you got to show me.
Right.
I'm not going to join teams with you. You got to show me better than me.
Okay.
But I'm a competitor that way. So, you know,
I feel you on that. I feel you. Me personally,
unless you run and go ahead to South, take your talents to South Beach.
Yo, man, I remember that circus. I remember that circus like it was yesterday. They literally had a LeBron watch. They watched LeBron making his decisions about just as much as they had the retirement watch for Brett Favre's worthless self. When he was there, you know. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I got to get back into work. Great chopping it up with y'all, man.
Hanging out with us, man. Appreciate the light skin brigade. It's all well.
Hey, chill out.
Hey,
no. You know, hey, look, man, this team like 10. This team like 10. I don't know it's team like 10. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm outnumbered right now. Well, I'm outnumbered like hell. Boy, I'm in here like, oh,
what you talking about? You and TD got the same skin tone. I mean, you know,
shit, man, I'm 3 coats darker than that man right now. Don't even tell that lie.
I'm 3 coats.
Wait till I go out and cut that grass, boy. I'm come back here.
Hey, you can cut the grass. Hey, you can cut the grass for the whole month. You ain't still gonna touch this surface, brother.
It look like steel.
I do agree with you though. That clock for Cal started a couple years ago.
Yeah, it should have.
It should have started, but now with that contract, I agree. Has officially started now, and he has a no trade clause. Oh no, it's either him or it's you. It's either or now. So your clock is truly started now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, fellas.
Salute.
Mimi coming with the facts, boy. Mimi be on me, man.
Is Mimi a real person, or is she a bot, or is she AI? What is it?
She came in. I think I first saw on Wolfie's channel, and she just do jump on. She like
what up, Mimi? If you real like that,
I was talking about the Timberwolves, and she likes everything Minnesota. She like Kirby Puckett Prince, Minnesota, the Vikings, and she's at a Golden Gopher game. Her and her girl yelling at. And plus, I watch Coach. Coach is Minnesota State. Have y'all seen that on Prime? The old Coach, man, that was a really good show. That thing was funny. And
I ain't watched none of that.
Jumping in.
I've been so locked in DJing, I ain't watched TV in a minute.
On Apple TV, y'all check out Dope Thief. Dope Thief. These dudes is running around and posing as DEA agents and robbing drug houses, but then they robbed the wrong one. My man from Atlanta, his name is Brian Thomas Henry.
And he from like England, New England or something?
He's from Fayetteville, North Carolina. He went to 71st High School right up here.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, man. And it's a good show, man. It's set in Philadelphia, and the wrongest drug dealers to rob they hit, and these people will burn your whole house down and your family too. So they in this mad scramble. It's 8 episodes trying to find out who they robbed, and every biker in the United States with a gun is looking for them. And it's cool show. Dope Thief on Apple.
Okay.
That's what's up.
I recognize the skills. Yeah, Mimi be on it, man.
Hey, do y'all think y'all change the topic real quick? The Tush Push is coming up. I think they're voting on that tomorrow. Do y'all think that's coming out? They keeping it?
That's about 50.
I don't even know why we even are. You can't stop it. Why we are? That's so whack. That's so whack, man.
It's a bit unfair because they stopped defensive players from being able to push defensive players into especially with kicks, and they're doing that same principle with this tush push. You're you're pushing someone from behind to get advantage on yardage and stuff. It is what it is. Like I said, it's gonna go 50-50. Some teams, everybody could do it, but only Philly kind of masters it.
Right.
But where you stand on it? Because y'all was jumping off sides last year, man. The referee was getting ready to say, look, you do it one more time, we just gonna give them a touchdown. I didn't like that at all.
No, but I think they should keep it, honestly. If you can't stop it, that's on you.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
That's on you.
I don't like circumventing rules just because other teams can't stop it. That doesn't make sense to me. But I do want to know, like, what's the difference between the tush push and, let's say, Rod get a handoff and he get a couple yards, but he's still upright, and the offensive lineman or two come back from behind and push him for another couple yards. What's the difference? You see what I'm saying?
The other one is in the game, I would say. I mean, in the series of the down.
You still get pushed, though.
They're very, very similar.
One is at the snap, one is, during the progress of the play, but I mean, it's still the same thing.
Silverado on that dope thief, he know the deal. But yeah, in principle, it's the same thing.
Right.
It is.
Yeah.
Hey man, just stop. If you can't stop it, you can't figure out a certain play, that's on you. You know what I mean? Right. They figured out a way, beat a strategy that works. And just because you guys can't figure out a strategy, the league that is, can't figure out a strategy to stop it right now, hey, what it is, man.
I would just attack that center's shins and make a big pile and have Fred Warner or Nick Martin or something come over the top, and that runner is a runner now.
Hey,
hit him in his head. I bet
that's the only way.
Come off of it. That's
the only way you get rid of it. Somebody got to get hurt. I hate
saying I bet you get rid of it. If I played, I can
get rid of it. That's a fact too.
That's the way they will get rid of it. Somebody
you go ahead and put that $250 million with Terradome coming over the top. I'll show you how I get rid of it.
I agree.
Keep on sending it. Keep on sending it.
Yep. Somebody gonna have to get hurt. Hey Rod. I don't know if you noticed this. Rod. The man got new graphics, man. The man got new graphics.
Hey.
You see it?
Hey, the man, you can tell the man. First of all, we on here and the man got glasses on. He real Hollywood. He got shades on. He had glasses at first, so he was, real ministerial. But now he got shades on. He real cool.
Am I getting Hollywood?
Every now and then he got to show out. He got to pop out and show us. You know what I'm saying? How he do? And I see the graphics and even as we talking and when you join in and you got to like and subscribe at the bottom, like all that is. I peeped it a while ago. I know I've been gone from everything like that, but I see how he doing it. Oh yeah, the temperature been real high. I peeped it.
In about a couple months, he go, start running for president like Stephen A. After a while,
The polarities of the suggestion of me running, the audacity and tenacity to go after that is just too much.
He could be Stephen A.
They are making me shame right now.
You're gonna be running some things.
I am blushing a little bit, but you can't tell because I'm dark skinned.
This man talking about he dark skinned.
He not.
If he dark skinned, I'm navy blue.
We the same shade, Rod. I mean,
no, you closer to me than him.
Come on, E.
Yeah,
you real light.
I'm light. Yeah, I'm light.
I'm not light like that.
Yes, you are.
Dark.
You close to who?
It's the lighting.
I'm sitting in the dark with a ring light on, but you ain't close to me, bro. I'm damn near naked right now, man. Look like I'm topless with no shirt on right now, man. And you sit close to me right now, man. If you don't go somewhere with that, man, y'all better get this man. This man out here talking crazy now.
Naked with a black t-shirt on. Flesh tones. This
man talking about he closer to my color. Man,
I am.
Iris is on. Them glasses got your eyes tripping.
Hey, Rod, where you got the record at this year? What y'all gonna finish?
I don't see us the floor. The floor got to be 10 games. The ceiling got to be at least, I feel, 12.
Okay.
And barring injuries, that bye week is the crucial thing.
When is y'all back?
Also, what is it? I think
week 14.
Week 14.
Let me put up the graphic here.
Yeah.
Put up.
Yeah. So when I see that, and then you got to think, I think out of the first 8 games are on the road, like that's a lot. So, you know, it'll tell us within the first 8 games what kind of team we really have.
Right.
So
yeah.
I don't like that strength of schedule. Every year that changes. And I hate because it's always off of the year before. And it's like, man, that. So
yeah,
it's not true. Any team can be good the next season.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And blow up, and you'll be like, damn, where did this come from? They came out of nowhere, and it's like not one piece that'll get them over the hump. And that's all it took. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not big on strength of schedule either. I don't pay that stuff no mind.
I hate that.
But I am if you got a late buy or mid-season buy, I'd rather have that than the early. I hate an early buy.
Oh yeah, early buy don't do you no good.
I hate an early buy.
That early buy.
But if you got a late one, you got about 4 years left after that, and you in contention, that's a good mark right there. Because you get
people heal up.
You know exactly what type of team you have.
Right.
And then if you already made in the playoffs, you know how your players can play going into the playoffs. Right now, you get a week 6, bye. It feel like every week is a must win after that. You know what I'm saying? So
you in the tournament, yeah. True that.
Yeah, it's tough.
You really think about it, teams really get 2 buys a year. You get your regular buy, but if you play on a Thursday, you get that.
You get that little mini buy. Yeah.
You really get 2 buys now.
And I think we got that one Thursday game against the Rams.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, that's nothing but a 45-minute flight. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, October 2nd. It's a 5:15 start, which is our 8:15. So that's gonna be the night game right there.
Yeah.
So
it all depends on how things are played. I think the Cardinals are going to be good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they will be. I also feel like you can't disrespect Seattle, and obviously they still got a stacked defense. So you can't discount the Rams.
Yeah.
I mean, they were really a couple of plays from being Philly destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, the Rams are real.
You just got to be real, man.
If it
got to be real.
If it didn't snow in Philly, they would go beat Philly.
Yeah,
I think so. They would go beat Philly.
They got what you need. That running game, that running back, he impressed me a little bit. He impressed me last year.
Kyron Williams.
Yeah.
What's his name? Kellen
Williams. Kyron Williams, right? Yeah, Kyron Williams.
That's it.
Yeah. But you gotta respect everybody, man. There's no slouches in the league.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, for me, in my eyes, for you just to even play and start and get on an NFL franchise, that you reach the level that I've never reached. But in terms of just the upper echelon, I'm like, okay, this one has some things that the normal NFL guy don't have.
Right.
He's an attribute that just kicks it up another notch to me.
I agree.
That's what that's impressive. Like basketball player to play in the NBA, the sorriest dude on the bench probably was a all-state, all-world dude. But
absolutely,
he ain't Ant-Man.
Give you 30. They give you 30.
E30.
Yeah.
An easy 30.
Yeah, easy 30 to your best baller on the playground who think that he Mr. All World. That man to give you 30. Play them if you want.
Yeah.
Give you that work.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
For real.
Man. That's how
That's real.
I think people underestimating Seattle a little bit too. Like, I think the NFC West is going to be tough. First of all, the NFC East is going to be that one this year. But I think right behind us,
I'm glad we ain't got
right
nothing
behind
to do with
NFC
y'all
West.
all regular season. We're gonna let y'all fight it all out and
Absolutely.
come to the playoff a little bit bogart and scarred.
I'm telling everybody, and this is not a humble brag, but I think we gonna have the toughest division in football this year.
Absolutely.
I truly think, like, and I shouldn't really be saying this because I'm a Skins fan, but Dallas could be tough. I'm telling you now, Dallas is gonna be tough.
Andy done picked up Pickens, and
tough.
you got CD on the other side. It can get a bit. It's gonna get aerial.
Dallas is gonna be. I'm telling you. Dallas will be tough, and the Giants have a very good defense. You know what they do offense, but they have a 10-8 defense in the league. But Dallas is gonna be. I'm telling you now, Dallas is gonna be tough. Man. I'm telling you. I'm not telling everybody else, but I'm.
And this is a diehard Commander.
Yep.
If he's saying that, watch out. Watch out.
It's going to be a tough season. It's going to be a tough. This year is going to be very exciting because I think, and I know this is Niner based, I just love because now we get to see a bunch of these young kids. We get to explore new names now and see the ones that really step up. And now we get to see which way the trajectory of this new regime goes now and who takes over and who steps up as those faces, we know a couple years down the line. Like, this is the part that I'm excited about now. It's not, we always, Nick Bosa, Trent Williams, McCaffrey. It's okay. What about this guy, that we weren't thinking about a couple years ago, Stroud, and you'd be like, who? And then it's like, yeah, what about him? Or what about Brown? And it's like, that's the part that I'm excited about. So we'll definitely see.
Definitely opportunity.
Yeah. And then we get to see like if Tyshawn wears them, all leather shorts, in Washington. And he brings chocolate.
Wardrobe, man.
Talk
about that damn wardrobe. He wore that one short set, that one leather short set. And
down in Tampa, though. He wore it down in Tampa, where it's hot as hell. You don't put that on, man.
Hey, man, the man is out there with us now. Y'all
keep going after the man about this daggone short set.
You can't keep worrying about that girl. Man, she gone. She got somebody else. Leave that girl alone. Let that girl go. You better go find somebody else. That girl, you can't push her back. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
Hey. That's that one that hurt though, man. Because it was one good year. It was one good year we had.
Amen.
And I hold on to that 1 year. And ever since then, she been a pain in my ass.
Well, you ain't got to worry about
it. I ain't got to worry about it no more.
I ain't got to worry about no more.
I ain't got to worry about it no more.
She go.
She on the other side of the country now, and I'm cool with that.
Yep. She done found herself a new man and everything. She good.
Heck yeah. Hey, enjoy it. He can enjoy them leather shorts.
Hey, man. I don't care if you come to the game in a pink tutu. You just come to play ball. That's all I worry.
Hey, when you drop that ball, you're gonna be thinking about that pink tutu, though.
He said Tyshawn gonna be rocking a tie-dye short set this season. Man, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop, man. Leave the man wardrobe alone.
Hey, man.
Get him some nice slack. It's all business.
We good over here. Hey, you worry about your quarterback you just paid in the offense. In the quarterback team and offense, you worry about y'all over there.
That's a fact.
I hope that it all comes together for you. I hope that it does. So we'll see what happens.
Hey. Quiet as kept though. E, I hope it don't fall apart, so I could just watch it unravel, and I could be like, yes, yes, speed up the process. Because guess what, Brock ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere.
Yep. You're all. He's gonna be like Joffrey Joe Fur. You can all go home now.
You all can go home now. Hey, what they really did this I feel like this off season. Now I'm gonna say his name. What they did to Kyle, they backed him in the corner. And they said, now this year, you're gonna either show a real coach or be prepared to be replaced very soon. So you figure it out. Because everything that you asked for, we gave it to you. And each time that we gave it to you, what do we have to show for it now? And to some player or to some fans, they like being relevant. Most of those fans were born after 1995 for the most part. Like, if you keep it real, those are the ones that are cool with being relevant. Right. The older 25 and below, oh no, we know what the standard is within the organization.
Yeah, I'm with I face the same thing out here too. Like, I'm old enough to remember when we actually were a terror in the league.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
that was good football. It
was.
Yeah, because y'all had my running back in the day. He kind of like an uncle to us. Ricky Irvins. Ricky Irvins came from Pasadena.
Man, you know Ricky? Oh, man.
Yeah, I know Ricky. Yeah. He like an uncle.
Joe Gibbs.
I
pretty
love
offensive line, man. Joe Jacoby, Russ Grimm.
Yeah.
Bostic, man. And then
they had a squad back then. Mark Rippon and all them. Yeah, I remember that squad.
Manley, Charles Mann.
Reed, huh?
You ain't want to mess with him. It was
Charles Mann. Wasn't it Charles Mann? He couldn't read, right?
No, that was Dexter. Dexter Manley.
Dexter Manley, my bad. Dexter Manley couldn't read. Okay.
Yeah,
it was one of them.
He didn't have to read. All he had to do was go and chase quarterback. My man said Art Monk. Art Monk was the truth.
How many zeros is on that check? Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. I can read that. I can read that though.
You can count zeros. It's the same old smiling Hallmark cards till he show up in the long sleeve white beater and high top flip flop.
It don't bother me. Hey, it don't bother me. Hey man, like I used to, and Junior can tell you this. I used to work at. I'm not gonna say where I work at, but in the facility where I worked at, I used to work on the warehouse inside. So we used to call it like a jail, like you in jail. But we talk to each other and communicate and have friendships and stuff like that. And then I would tell people, you never know what somebody going through when they leave here. Yeah. But at the time, you give them respect and you pat them on the back and you wish them well and you're good. You pick family when you're at work. So I don't care, man, when he off the field. I don't care.
Once they off, he old. Unless you doing Diddy stuff,
right? I don't care.
You all right with me?
As long as you producing when you're on that field. And again, in this regime that we have now with Adam Peters and Dan Quinn, in this regime, if you don't produce, you will sit. In this regime now, in Rivera and Jay Gruden and Mike Shanahan. In those regimes, if you mess up a few times here and there, they will still keep you on the field because you got a quote unquote name. But in this regime, they go sit you down. I'm telling you.
Well, just know
Dan Quinn's a good coach, man.
Yeah,
I like Dan Quinn.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, just know that Tyshawn P sitting down, so y'all in trouble. He will be sitting right next to you.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, let me get ready to close up the Terror Dome. Ellison, you got any final words?
Y'all miss me?
No, I'm good. I'm good, man.
I knew when I put it in the link, I said, man, if Rod Cowley come over here, what is he going to say today? He already. Hey, did you hear him talk about Viola Davis?
I was on when he talked about Viola Davis. I kept shaking my head. I was on.
Rod, the comments expressed by Rod Cowley do not necessarily reflect those.
There's no man telling me Viola Davis is beautiful. Non-active. There's no way y'all are turning your heads in y'all single days looking at Viola Davis. Nope. Not even about to even listen to y'all. And y'all both know it. See, both of y'all. That's why y'all both holding y'all laugh. Because see, y'all know I'm not lying. There's no man looking at Viola Davis and going, woo, yeah, she's a head turner. No, knock it off. Y'all lying. Y'all know y'all lying. She can play some real slave looking type of movies, like type of acts, and would flow perfectly into those.
Where is the disclaimer? We need to...
The comments expressed by Rod Kelly.
These are facts. These are facts, y'all. There's nobody out here about to argue with me and tell me, yo, Viola Davis playing Whoopi Goldberg from Color Purple. I could see her doing that, you know, or she was Celie. I could see her being Celie. Like, it wouldn't be no problem.
It is wonderful. Shout out to Red Jet Shell, who came on a little bit. Dion came by. We get ready to close up. And remember, everyone, we walk by faith and not by sight. In Jesus' name, amen. See y'all again Thursday.